Hope you enjoyed this one. This is Sullivan Alex Gaming who on Naruto Shippuden episode 336 right now. And this is a long filler arc, like seriously. We gone through like 6 episodes of this. Just let it end already. Anyway, hey, to get straight to the point, continuing on, Tsunade reading Jiraiya's novel. So prepare for spoiler alert, like I usually do. Okay. First of all, like for one thing, and like you got like we know that this masked man he appeared out of nowhere. Even though he reminds us of Obito, it's technically not Obito for some reason. Well, for one example, he has the Byakugan, and this guy knows about Neji and about Neji, but I'll get into that because that's later in the episode. But he tries to show them and the harshness of reality when the Hidden Leaf abandons his comrades. So basically, I'll get into that in a little bit. First of all, you got the beginning of the so the beginning is and after that the opening you get Shikamaru, Choji, and Ino to trying to help Jiraiya, Konan, Yahiko, and Nagato to try to save these children. They do. They get to save the children. It was a pretty tough fighting against those giant eel piranha, whatever the hell, eel piranha monsters. Basically, he's apparently these things are like worship as some kind of weird god. There's some kind of shrine worship to them. If you guys don't know that, watch my last videos on Naruto. Oh, oh, oh. Anyway, given the situation, they work together. They save the children. They see at first it seems like they were gonna be a little hard to get along. But given the situation that they're about, I mean, you think about it. When they first met, they started to fight each other. Things weren't exactly what you call hunky dory for them. But then things get even more interesting. And they, as Team Jiraiya, they talk about their mission as the Akatsuki. They go from village to village, border to border, supporting, doing missions to prove that they are strong. Basically that's kind of their MO. I mean, they go to the smaller lands, and they're doing the reason why they're doing this to prove that there are people in the Hidden Rain who can compete with the shinobi of the five great nations. One of them being the Land of Fire, which Jiraiya comes from, and he knows that these guys are Hidden Leaf. But they also seem to admire them a little bit because they want to get back to the mission, but they also don't they also don't want to abandon their friends. However, this also leads to some conflict with them, and because this conflict is about what in the hell is going on. From what I could see, everything is being manipulated somehow. Someone is pulling the strings behind some. I think and the masked man is responsible. I mean, he's captured the other people. He brought out two of the Akatsuki's biggest mentors, Kakazu and Hidan. Which means that something big is going on. Very, very big. And, I mean, given the situation. And the team, they're trying to rally with each other, However, Sasuke, he wants to get back to the mission at hand, trying to see if they can get people to go back to the Leaf. But that also means abandoning Naruto and Neji to their fate. Lee, he tries to defend them, because he thinks of Naruto as a friend, and especially Neji, who's supposed to be his teammate, and he cares about his teacher, Guy Sensei, who he admires the most. So I like Lee as a character because he's the kind of guy that does want, and who reminds you a lot of the younger guy. He reminds you a lot of Naruto. At first, he had no talent, but later he becomes one of the great shinobi. In both in the anime and the manga, and he's one of my favorite characters. So anybody who disses Rod Lee, you gotta answer to me. So. Any other fan who thinks Lee is cool. So, that's my opinion. However, everybody's like right now, they're in scraps right now. They're trying to to get everything in order again. But things are like they're all in conflict. For example, how Team Kurenai shows up, Kiba, Hinata, and Shino, how they show up. And how Team Jiraiya, they just vanish out of nowhere. They just vanish out of nowhere. They just leave because the second they arrive. And Kiba knows they were there because as a member of the Eagles Lugensen, they have the ability to use dog techniques. They can use you know, they can use heightened sense of smell. For some reason, they want to keep it a secret because they know that Team Jiraiya is not their enemies, but they know they can't trust them, and vice versa for Team Jiraiya. So the situation for them is critical for both for all for these guys. They want to get back to the mission. They want to send help to the Hidden League. They want to their comrades, rescue their comrades. But at the same time, they don't want to disobey orders. Get word back to the village. Like right now, they're all in conflict. But but two of the biggest conflicts that are about to happen now is gonna happen. First of all, we get it's like later in the episode. We don't get to see Neji and Naruto at all until the Masked Man opens up this doorway and we get to see this conversation that's had in the Hidden Leaf. If you guys watch the original Naruto series, you guys know that Neji's father, Hisashi, is the twin brother to Hiyashi, the main head of the Hyuga clan, and Hinata's father. Apparently, if you guys watch the episode, you know that Hiyashi's father, that Hiyashi, had killed a member of the Hidden Cloud Village, who tried to kidnap Hinata to steal the secret of the Byakugan. He killed him, but the Hidden Cloud made such a fuss over it that they wanted the person who did it dead. They wanted Hiyashi dead. He dead. But instead of using Hiyashi, they made and there was a switch, and Hisashi was born. Hashi was used as the sacrifice. However, in the story, we get to learn that it wasn't in a plan. It wasn't an idea that the Hyuga clan came up with. Just generally, apparently Hisashi he chose death so he could experience freedom. Because in the world of the Hyuga clan, and the branch family is like sort of servants to the main family. Even though they're from the same family, they're mostly servants, and they have that curse mark jutsu that's on their forehead that has the power to hurt and weaken them, and by reducing their brains. That's kind of a bad lifestyle, and I understand most of Neji's frustration from the early arc from that arc of Naruto, because he didn't ask to be born into a family to become a slave. He wanted to become and knowing that his father suffered, and knowing that he suffered, and he eventually lost his father, one of the people he really cared about. It changed him, and this kind of reminds this reminder. This is a harsh reminder to Neji, because his father did he did was a little bitter. He did love Neji. He did love his family in his own unique way, even though he was bitter, because because of the whole Hiyashi was born first and not Hisashi, and it was a good storyline for the story of Naruto. That's one of my favorite stories, and one I would gladly watch again in anime form, and otherwise. But it makes sense, like Neji, and the way this Hyuga guy, this masked man, it's like he's like the physical manifestation of people who had their backs turned, and but also it's like he's trying to prove a point. Like those who abandon their friends are worse than scum. It's like he's trying to prove that people who abandon their friends are worse than scum than the ones who break the rules who are regarded as scum. Basically, like we all know that philosophy. That's from Naruto. Though. But then again, this guy he also wants to prove Neji as a Hyuga. He has to make a choice. Because he is a member of the branch family, and his duty is to serve the main family, mainly Hiyashi, Hinata, and those ones who don't have the curse mark. It makes sense given the situation. Yeah, and that's something I understand. But one of the things that I gotta note at the end of the episode, how Jiraiya shows up. The dude wrote himself in his own story. I'm like, I know that some people may think it's messed up. I mean, in certain aspects as of writing a novel, naming it and making a story, naming a character after yourself is pretty messed. Thing because it's like you're trying to make yourself the hero of the story on purpose, so people think you're a douche. But now putting yourself into the story on purpose makes you a total douche, a, re- a real douche. If you guys don't know where I got that from, that's from Supernatural season 4, where Sam and Dean met Chuck. M Night level douchiness. Anyway, I did like this episode, even though it's filler. And I gotta say, and I gotta agree with most of the Naruto fans out there. No more fillers. I mean, hell, we're in November, and next month they're gonna go on winter break for 6 weeks. And we're not gonna see a new episode until until like July something. That's like a 3 week break, 3 to 4. That's like a month break. Like seriously, I don't wanna wait a whole month for something new. Hmm, like I get it. I like the fillers, but the thing is, I want to see the original canon. How many of you agree with me? If y'all agree with me that we should just end the filler, because this is like a long filler already, and we got too many long stories. Naruto. I hope when they make like this whole, hey, when they tried to make an abridged Naruto, they just cut all the crap. Like seriously, and get straight to the point in the action in the main story. Anyway, that's all I gotta say. Hope you enjoyed this one. Comment, subscribe. Thank you. This is Southern Ass giving my latest review of Naruto Shippuden episode 437. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe. Thank you. This is Southern Banana signing off. Bye. Good story. Just no more filler, please.